Imagine a name that instantly brings to mind the golden glow of classic cinema, a screen presence so striking that it helped define an era of film. And then imagine that same star making a decision so unexpected it would ripple through movie history for decades. That name is Ursula Andress. And the story surrounding one of her most talked about scenes is not just about surprise or controversy, but about intention, courage, and artistic control. Born in Switzerland in 1936, Ursula initially dreamed of a future in dance before finding her way into acting during the 1950s, slowly building experience across European films. But her life changed forever in 1962 with the release of Dr. No, when she emerged from the ocean as Honey Rider in a white bikini, a moment that became instantly iconic and elevated her to global fame, cementing her status as one of cinema's early symbols of glamour. Yet, despite that image, Ursula never wanted to be defined by beauty alone. She actively sought roles that offered more substance and emotional range, determined to be recognized as a serious performer rather than a static image. And it was during that pursuit of more meaningful storytelling that she made a bold, artistic choice in the 1970s, appearing topless in a film at a time when such moments were rare and highly charged with cultural tension. This was not a casual or impulsive decision, but one shaped through discussion with filmmakers, careful planning, and a clear understanding of how the scene served the character and narrative, rather than existing solely for shock. When the film was released, reactions were immediate and intense. Media outlets seized on the moment. Critics debated its meaning. Audiences were divided. And the scene quickly became part of film lore. Some saw it as scandalous, others as fearless, but nearly everyone recognized its impact. However, Ursula refused to let a single moment define her entire career. She continued working across different countries, languages, and genres, proving her versatility and commitment to her craft. Beyond the headlines, the scene carried deeper significance because it brought questions of female agency into the spotlight at a time when actresses were often limited to narrowly defined roles. Ursula asserted control over how her body and performance were presented, turning what could have been exploitation into an expression of autonomy. Adding to her intrigue were the lesser-known aspects of her life. She spoke multiple languages, navigated international fame without being shaped entirely by Hollywood, and maintained a strong sense of privacy despite global recognition. Film scholars still analyze the controversial scene today, not for sensational value, but for its composition, lighting, and narrative intent, all elements that influence how audiences interpret meaning on screen. Over time, public outrage softened into discussion and historical context, revealing how cultural standards evolve and how moments once considered shocking can later be viewed as pivotal. In the end, the story of Ursula Andress is not defined by a single image, but by a career marked by confidence, selective risk-taking, and creative independence. Her choices challenged assumptions about modesty, visibility, and who gets to decide what is shown in cinema, whether viewed as daring, controversial, or simply a product of its time. That moment remains unforgettable because it shifted conversations and expanded the space for women to tell stories on their own terms. So when we reflect on Ursula Andress today, we see more than a symbol of classic beauty. We see an artist who used bold decisions to shape her legacy, a performer who moved from early dreams to cinematic immortality, and a woman whose influence continues to resonate. And that's exactly the kind of story we love to explore here on Hollywood Buzzing.